The candy store has been updated, and Captain Britain is supposed to be here. However, I don't see him, but I'm going to refresh the store a couple of times here. We're going to see if Captain Britain shows up. I'm going to give you my take on if it's worth it to go get Captain Britain, and then maybe we'll even do a little Cosmic Crucible and show Captain Britain in action and see if that is worth it. I'll give you my whole take on that. The first thing I noticed is that the event is live. So we have a brand new event in game, and you can earn points a couple of different ways. One of the ways you can earn points is with Isotope 8 energy, and the other way is with the event energy. And the point totals vary between the two input methods. There is no leaderboard associated with this. Typically, when there's no leaderboard associated with a milestone event, the free-to-play players like myself, or light spenders, or whatever you want to call us, we're going to highly engage but not dumping tons of money players. I don't know. We're going to go a little less hard on the non-leaderboard events because there's less reward to it, right? And you can see here, you get a lot of points if you have 3 members of Mercs for Money, Out of Time, and Sinister 6 at tier 19. If you want to know a better breakdown on that and what characters I chose, you can watch my Addicted to Marvel Strike Force video that came out on Monday. I break that down further, but basically the short on this is you need 3 members of each team at gear tier 19, and you have to make a war attack with them or defense. There's a new method, apparently, for 3 wars, and then you can max out the points on that. And that's actually going to do quite a bit for you. So you don't really have to worry about this one. It's going to kind of do itself. But you're going to get 6 points for the event energy, and you're only going to get 1 point for each orb fragment. And now what that works out to be is 4 points. Each Isotope 8 energy is worth 4 points, and the special campaign energy is worth 6 points. So you get a little higher value if you spend your cores doing the event over Isotope 8 energy. Although it's pretty close. It's much closer in value than the last time around. The last time we did this, it was 10 points for the event energy. So it was way more worth it to go in here to the event campaign and farm out these nodes. But I'd probably recommend doing 50 cores on each if you want to do well on the event. For me personally, I'm probably going to do 50 cores a day, the 50 core refreshes on the event energy, and then I'm probably going to start charging up my campaign energy for the next big event. I'll probably spend the 50 core refreshes on my campaign energy and just do whatever Isotope 8 energy comes in on the campaign and not really worry about it very much. As you can see, I already came into this event charged up with Isotope 8 energy, so I've already completed a good deal of it. If I can get milestone 14, that's going to get me another star on Nimrod, so pushing to milestone 15 is actually pretty pointless for my account. It'll be 40 extra Nimrod shards that don't really matter a whole bunch. But okay, more importantly, you're also going to want to spend 400,000 candy while this event is running this week, because there's a web milestone as well that's going to give you even more points for that other milestone, for the main milestone. Let's just call it the main one. Why not? The Swamp Thing one that doesn't give you Swamp Thing? Man Thing? I don't know. Look, I'm totally confused. But another thing I'm confused about is I don't see Captain Britain in here, right? There's no Captain Britain. There's less demonic gear. And I would have loved this if this was a guaranteed Captain Britain slot. 1,000%, there should be a guaranteed Captain Britain slot. But I don't know how much he costs. So I want to know how much he costs. Now, the first thing I'm going to recommend doing is always buying candy. Always buy this candy slot right here with your gold. I mean, I guess unless you really don't have any gold. If you're really out of gold, you really need to level other stuff, but this is a pretty good value. Unlocking Captain Britain's going to be good, but I don't know how good. Let's find out. But I'm definitely going to buy that, especially if I'm refreshing the store. So let's refresh it. Hopefully we'll hit Captain Britain in here so I can actually complete this video. Here's another. If not, I'm going to have to wait till midnight. Because I'm not gonna dump unlimited cores in here. I'm not rolling in cores like that, man. So we got Black Panther Shuri. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, Captain Britain's in this store in theory. He's not here in actuality. All right, let's try one more time. I swear to God. I mean, look, this is ridiculous. Okay, well, I got a lot of candy now, but no Captain Britain. You got to be kidding me. All right, keep digging. I learned my lesson, and this time when I asked the gravediggers about if anyone had seen Captain Britain in the candy store, I said, supply me with a picture, please, because I don't want to make another mistake like I did the week before. And here he is, Captain Britain in the candy store, 10 shards for 40,000 candy. Now, this is much better than what we were predicting. We had some guesses going on the live stream Sunday, and I was thinking, I think the consensus was like 10 shards for 100,000 candy, and even that was deemed to be too good. So this is actually pretty damn great. This might even be the best unlock method that we've seen since Captain Britain. Other than the fact that it took this long to actually get him available to most people. This is a very friendly free-to-play unlock method, other than the amount of time it took to get here. So what this is it's 600K for every 10,000 candy. And it's 40,000 candy for 10 Captain Britain shards. 400,000 candy for 100 shards, and that's your unlock. And you should be able to do that this week, even just with the amount of candy you're going to get from events and things like that. Maybe you have it hoarded up. Hopefully you have some candy saved. And you can go unlock Captain Britain. But is he worth it? Is he going to be that worth it at 3 stars? Well, I've had a 3-star Captain Britain for some time now because I'm an idiot. And here's some Cosmic Crucible. So let's go ahead and jump on into Cosmic Crucible. And let's see what a 3-star Captain Britain can do today. Maybe. I don't know. I guess I'll use them. I don't think I've ever had a war or a Cosmic Crucible round where I haven't used Captain Britain. And I think most people are kind of using them. I mean, if you're using them on offense, you're probably going to use them on Illuminati, is usually what's going on. Oh, man, they gave me a nice, easy opponent here for Cosmic Crucible because I just lost so bad. If you want to see me lose really bad, check out my last Addicted to Marvel Strike Force video. It was horrendous. But, yeah, one of the harder teams here is going to be this Illuminati team. By far. I would probably honestly use my Captain Britain somewhere else. Because here's the problem with Captain Britain. And you can see this in my video over the weekend. Is that I put up on Monday. Captain Britain is just going to get deleted by this Ultimus. Ultimus, because Captain Britain is going to throw up his taunt, he is just going to get annihilated here. They would win this fight, but it's not pretty. It's not a good fight. Here, let me see if I can just show it to you in this shorter video. Let me show you. It was a win, but it wasn't like a good win. Like, I don't want to do it again. He's not that great. I mean, here you can see he's the only guy that died. I would rather use them somewhere else where he won't die. Like, I can throw more at this because they don't have Mephisto on defense. I can probably use my Illuminati on a different room, and I don't have to throw it here. I can do something better here. But yeah, this is the problem with just like a 3-star Captain Britain, is that he is pretty squishy. You don't want to take him into Dark Dimension 8. You don't even want to take him into Dark Dimension 7. Like, he gets really good when he's got a lot of stars on him. You know, like 5 stars. Because they've moved the characters to a more stat-based progression like it used to be. So now they don't work as good when they're low stars, like they were for a while. Unlocks were easier, and the characters were easier to use. Now, you know, the unlocks are harder, and it takes long. Yeah, he just got deleted. He just absolutely gets deleted. Now, the good news is the rest of Illuminati is very capable and they were able to beat this without any real problems. But yeah, I would say unlock him. At the end of the day, my advice to you is to unlock Captain Britain. Because even though he might be a little bit pointless right now, he's better than Iron Man. Okay, I mean, we'll just throw that out there. He's definitely better than Iron Man. And you're going to need him for something. They're going to require him for something. They just had a blog come out with some more details about Battle World drop. They're going to require Illuminati in some way, shape, or form for that. They're going to require Illuminati for this, that, and the other thing. I think the unlock method for Shadow King is going to require Illuminati. You're going to need Illuminati. Okay? With Captain Britain. And you're just going to be in a better spot in this game if you have Captain Britain unlocked than if you don't. Especially now that they're kind of giving it away. But you can see the team is good. Does it need Captain Britain? Not really. It's not going to be a character that transforms your roster like Odin or a Mephisto at this point. Or even, I would even rank Infinity War Thanos above Captain Britain at this point. So I don't know where. I'm probably just going to use Illuminati on something very stupid this round of Cosmic Crucible. I'm probably just going to throw them at, one of these weaker teams to clear it off the board so I don't really have to think about it. They work really well on Old Man Logan. However, like a lot of things work really well on Old Man Logan. Like one thing I like to do with Old Man Logan is just throw Cabal at him. He works really well. They work really well that way. I don't really see anywhere else, though, that I would use Cabal and Masters of Evil other than here. Like, I could definitely use Illuminati here and it would work out. I like the way that Illuminati can strip the charges off of Nightcrawler, for instance. But I think what I'll start with this round is I like this combination of Cabal and Masters of Evil on Old Man Logan. That tends to be my go-to. Now, if I lose this fight, I'll send an Illuminati instead and make it up. Like, absolutely. I think that's where I would go with this round. I don't mind them on the Annihilators team. I just think I should put something bigger on that and avoid a potential disaster. So, let's see. This is unavoidable. And it's going to put down some ability block. I want that on Rogue. Because it's going to throw a disrupt on her as well. It's going to avoid her using taunt. Because where I really want to go is I want to go after Old Man Logan here. And get rid of him sooner rather than later. The more I can kind of throw at Old Man Logan, the faster. If I can get rid of him before he takes a turn, then that's going to make things really easy for me. Okay, let's go with Iron Patriot, which is nice because that removes all of his buffs, and then he's gone. So now there's no Old Man Logan on this team, which is going to make this very good. I mean, honestly, if I had to pick between Cabal and Illuminati, I think honestly I would have to take Cabal as a better Cosmic Crucible team. Which is odd because they came out before Illuminati, but I don't know. They just feel more effective to me. They have a higher damage output. They are more effective. Illuminati tends to take too many turns, in my opinion. For whatever reason, it seems like Illuminati attacks just go on and on. They're really good at surviving. Like they're a better defensive team than they are an offensive team. Except I like to use them offensively because they're pretty good offensive. Like they beat a lot of stuff. You're probably going to start seeing a lot of Captain Britons on defense. That's what you're going to see. You're going to see a lot more Captain Britons on defense. They can take out Spider Society. However, I tend to prefer to just throw my Superior 6 at Spider Society at this point. because it's a target I know they can take out. Like Sinister Six, Superior Six, they can definitely take out this Darkhold Secret Defenders business over here. They could take out Alpha Flight. They can probably do most of what's left here, other than our kind of big scary room number 2. This wouldn't be a bad spot for Illuminati either. Not gonna lie. Maybe this is where I should use it. I think I would be better off using Illuminati on Spider Society than anywhere else. It's got really good control. It's really good for shutting things down. Because I can throw Superior 6 at a lot of stuff on here at this point. I like Illuminati in room number 1 as well. It's kind of fun in there. But for the size of the Spider Society, like this Spider Society does give me pause with all the diamonds on it. It could definitely, I don't know. Superior 6 is a really good counter to it. But I think I might be a little better off here, especially with the addition of Captain Britain. Like, I don't think you would want to attempt this without a Captain Britain. But with a Captain Britain, I think you're pretty good. And we have equal power levels. I mean, my Superior 6 is really at the same level as the Spider Society. Fine. But if I lose, if it looks like I'm going to lose, I'm going to back out. I'll send Illuminati in. This is how much like I don't prioritize Illuminati. They don't have like this one target that they're really good at taking down, in my opinion. They work like equally not as good on everything. I mean, like they win, but not like good. At least until your Captain Britain is really big. I think once your Captain Britain gets really big, then they're like a great team. So dump all your candy into Captain Britain is my suggestion. I mean, that's my plan. But yeah, this is a really good counter right here, what's going on. Superior 6 into Spider Society has been working really, really well for me. I kept seeing people do this on my own Spider Society. And I was like, man, that seems to be working really, really well against me. No matter how big my Spider Society is, this seems to be doing it. I like to drop ability block on Penny. I really don't like Penny to take turns. But yeah, they tear up Spider Society really, really well. Where a lot of other things will fail. Superior 6 will come through. Specifically, this version of Superior 6 is really good. All right, we got Vulture coming in. Yeah, we got all kinds of turn bar now. We are fine. Yeah, I'm trying to show you an attack where I use Illuminati, except I just don't care to. They're very, like... They feel like a second-tier Cosmic Crucible offense team. I mean, maybe one of the best Cosmic Crucible defense teams that's available. I mean, if I was a smart player, I'd put them on defense. I mean, that is really the better idea, quite honestly. So if you want to get maybe the most value out of Illuminati, put them on defense. But for me, I like to really make sure to win my attacks, although that hasn't been going that well for me recently. See that video I put out the other day. All right, so yeah, pretty easy win there with Superior 6 on Spider Society. Let's see if I'm ready to make that Illuminati attack now. Let's see if I'm finally ready to do that. I've definitely narrowed this down. Okay, so I'm not going to throw it at Hive Mind. It's way too overpowered for that. I can definitely send something weaker in at Hive Mind. I don't quite trust it enough for this. I'm sure it would win this attack, but not in a very efficient way. And I can throw my own Mephisto at that attack, which is most likely what I'll do. So I think it comes down to whether I want to put it up against Alpha Flight once again Not very powerful. I think what we're going to do is go against the secret defenders with it. And then everything else I have is going to be fine for the other rooms. But this kind of feels like what a 3-star Captain Britain version of Illuminati does best right now is something like this, which isn't all that valuable. It's like good, but it's not like amazing. Like this kind of really sums up my experience with a 3-star Captain Britain. This is kind of what I do with my 3-star Captain Britain is something kind of lame like this. Either a Hail Mary attack, right? Or I'm just punching down on some old meta or punching across on some old meta. Just nothing very thrilling. I like the way that Shuri stole the charges off of Black Cat. That's pretty cool. She can take them off of Robbie as well. And they just trounce an old team like this. On an old team like this, you just have like nothing but control. Captain Britain can come in. He can stun anybody he wants both turns. They do a lot of good stuff to old teams. But on the newer teams, they win, but it takes like, 3 rounds or 4 rounds of attacks to get the job done. You usually have to use the stun with Mr. Fantastic instead of his ultimate. It feels way better to do the ultimate, of course, because it hits everybody and does big damage. The extra attacks from Black Bolt don't always get kills on the bigger teams, whereas on smaller teams, he's always deleting people. Like, this is how I want Illuminati to act on all teams, on new teams. And they just don't. They don't do this to new teams. Only on older meta does Illuminati do this. It's a better defensive team. What can I say? And that's it. I'm going to sum it up there. I'm not going to do any more attacks. If you want to see more Cosmic Crucible attacks, check out the video that I dropped yesterday. But I wanted to just kind of sum this up and tell you what I was doing in the candy store. Let you know that, yeah, Captain Britain, he might not be the most thrilling character in the game, but he's definitely worth unlocking. And big thanks to Red Robot for sending me over this. He's in my arena shard. Everybody in my arena shard is good people. And the people that watch my videos, you're also good people. Make sure you check out another video. We put out some really cool videos with a friend of mine who's a wrestler who wore one of my shirts to the ring. So if you haven't seen his match, or if you haven't seen my interview with him, make sure you check that out. And Grave Diggers, keep digging.
He is I, and I am him, and I'm the undisputed trend in that Taven. And this dork behind the camera, some Melvin told me to say, Grave Diggers keep on digging. Whatever that means.
I am AEW wrestler and Ring of Honor Tag Champ Mike Bennett. And remember, Grave Diggers keep digging, but not the monster truck. Even though my son really likes that monster truck, I kind of like Son of a Digger and Zombie. I'm going off on a tangent about monster trucks because my son really loves monster truck, but we're talking about the YouTube channel. So make sure, Grave Diggers, keep on digging, baby.
So this is Mark doing one happy private party saying what up to the Grave Diggers and doing your thing, bro.
Alright, like, subscribe, and watch another video, or be cursed. If you're cursed, that means the grave diggers will keep digging your graves. So, you probably want to do it.